Hi everyone, it's Gwen from Rustic Diva Design, and in this video I have a new idea that will go really nicely with your blind date with a book if you're selling these at your craft shows. In my last video I made a blind date with the book. We put it together, the holiday edition, and in that video, I mentioned that I found these little TBR cards from Once Upon a Book Club that I'm including in the blind date with the book now. And I had an idea for these to make them myself. So I'm going to show you my idea here in just a second. So if you watched my last video, we did a walkthrough about on how to put together the holiday edition blind date with a book with the hot cocoa packs, the red and white ribbon, and, you know, just some colorful Christmassy items in the holiday edition blind date with a book with like a Christmas bookmark and all those things. And then, excuse me, I also have been including a TBR card in the blind date with a book, and they're kind of it's tucked way down in here. You can't see it in that one, but maybe in this one here. This is the regular blind date with a book with no holiday theme, just the color theme scheme going on. So here is the TBR card right in here that I'm including with the blind date with the book as part of the package. So, oops, I'm sorry. Bump the camera. So to go along with these books, I had the idea of making my own TBR card packs to sell at your craft shows. So this is what I have come up with. Let me just go back to the regular ones that I found from Once Upon a Book Club. So this is their TBR stack, what they look like in the deck, and I did link those in my previous video. I'll link the video that I did to let's put together a blind date with a book. I'll link that video so that you can reference that back to what I was talking about here earlier. So a TBR card is a to be read, what's on your reading list, books that you want to read next. And if sometimes you have a hard time choosing what book to read, you can go to this deck, pick a book, or I'm sorry, pick a card, and it'll help you choose the next book to read. So, for instance, choose a book from the bottom shelf of your bookshelf and all kinds of different prompts. So those are the ones from Once Upon a Book Club. And then what I did is I went to Canva and I created my own deck of TBR cards. So let me show you the different cards that I have. So on this deck, I just used single-sided scrapbook paper, and all I had was 12 by 12, so I had to cut the paper down to 8.5 by 11 to fit in my printer. And then I just took a variety of papers that kind of matched together and printed off my own TBR cards. So this is the little stack that I have wrapped, and I'll show you how I'm going to wrap these and package these for my craft show. And some other ideas that I had. So this stack here, I haven't wrapped yet, but I had papers that look like so. So I just kind of mixed and matched, you know, alternated the paper in the deck. And then what I'm doing is I am taking this book prompt, a book you bought because of the cover, and that's going to be my book prompt for all of my decks, because then everybody's going to know that they're all the same prompts, or you can tell them that they're all the same. The prompts are all the same in every deck, no matter what the paper looks like. So that's that stack. And then I thought I would try on some Kraft, and this didn't really turn out, you know, as my favorite because of the Kraft paper, but it still works because the paper is really pretty, and I'll show you the paper pack that I used. And so I really like that paper pack, so I thought I'd try it. I'm only going to do one of these in the Kraft paper because, you know, it kind of distorts the color of my background here. And then I have another one, and I'll show you this one too. This is my favorite. So I'll give you some info here. So this first paper pack or card pack, I had these papers in my stash. If you're like me, you have a lot of paper in your stash, so just go through what you have and use it. Use it up. It's a good way to use up your paper. This was also in my stash. This paper that I had, I think it was from a paper pad of some sort. And then this one is from Hobby Lobby, and I'll show it to you. It is, let me just get some stuff out of the way so I can show you. This is by the Paper Studio haberdashery, and I grabbed it because it was very pretty, and you know, some of the designs in here are really nice, except for when I got to looking through the paper pad, you know, a lot of these papers are directional, and I'll show you why I didn't use most of these because of how I have my cards laid out on my 8.5 by 11 paper, and some of it is going to be kind of wonky, so I didn't use a lot of this paper, and again, because of the Kraft and the green background. And then this also is the other paper pad that I found, which is this deck right here. This is Amanda by the Paper Studio, and again, this was from Hobby Lobby, and this paper is really, really pretty, and it can go either way as far as direction. So when you're cutting out your cards, you're going to get a nice design however they are laid out. So this is really pretty paper. I might make a couple more from this paper pad. So what I did, and this is just an example because this is an actual one that I printed out that didn't turn out very good because I have some streaking here on my paper and I didn't want to use these, so I'm showing this to you as part of how I laid these out. So first of all, what I did is went to Google and just Googled to be read prompts or TBR prompts. I looked on Etsy to see, you know, the find TBR cards, and just got some idea, Pinterest, all those ideas, apps or websites. So use your resources as far as, you know, as design and style and size and for your prompts, because that's what I did. And then I went to Canva, and I am not a Canva expert, so my apologies right now for not being able to show you exactly how I did this on Canva, but it's not that hard to figure out. So if you've ever used Canva, you know, you create a design and you save it so that you can have it for your files. So I saved these as a PNG file, and then you can adjust them. So I made mine with this little background with the books on it, and some of these elements in Canva are in the free version and some are in the pro version. I have the pro version of Canva, so I don't remember if this was in the pro version or not, but you can pick any background that you want if you're going to be designing your own cards. So I picked the background, picked the text and the color, and then I just created a 3x4 size in Canva, because these cards are 3x4s, and then designed every one. Well, once you have your design, then you just change the prompt. Okay, so once you have that all done, it's a little bit of a process, but once you have it all done, then they're all saved to however you're saving them, and then you can go back into Canva, upload your designs, and place them on an 8.5 by 11 canvas, and then you can lay these out this way so that you get the most bang for your buck with your scrapbook paper. So this is, you know, one I had. Again, 8.5 by 11, so it fits 5 cards really nice. And then you just make sure that they're all 3x4 or whatever size you're making. The ones from Once Upon a Book Club are 3x5, but I didn't do 3x5s because I wanted to fit the the most I could fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I did 3x4s. Okay, so then once you have it all laid out and you print them out, it's just a matter of cutting with your paper trimmer, which, you know, is a little tedious too, but, you know, put on some good music or put on a good TV show and get to cutting. So that's all you got to do. And like I said, once you have the layout, that you just print them off. So that's all it is. And then, you know, it goes a little bit faster. So 5 on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of scrapbook paper, single-sided, obviously. And then you'll get, I did 25 cards in every deck. So each deck has 25 prompts. And so what I'm going to do is show you how I'm going to put these together with, you just need a little twine and a pair of scissors. And what I use, little paper clips. I had these paper clips in my stash, so these are the ones I'm using. And then I have some little book stickers. I believe I found these on Etsy a long time ago. I don't remember the shop name even. I'd have to dig, but, or Amazon. Any little book stickers. I don't have a ruler to show you, but you know, they're not very big. And I thought these would be perfect to go along with our little card stack here. So, and some tags, which I have. Okay, like this. So, let's put together a little stack of TBR cards. Again, there's 25 of these. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of, I'm going to wrap these like we wrapped our blind date with a book, so that they kind of look the same, you know. And it's a little tricky. I mean, if you need to, how long do I want this to be, you think? I don't even know yet. If you need to clip these together to keep them, you know, where you want them, you can certainly do that. I thought about doing that, but then I did this once and it worked out fine, you know, once you get it tied. So we're going to do, so that we can tie a bow in the front. So snip off a bit. Again, once you get going, it's easier. Don't worry. And then we're going to just tie this up. Nope. How did I do the other one? No, the other way. Sorry. Flip it over. Flip it over. do it this way so that your bow, it's early in the morning here. And of course, like I always say, everything is always easier when you're not doing a video, because if you screw up, nobody sees it. But when you screw up on a video, everybody sees it. So just like this, and then flip it over, just like we're gonna do, looks like we did with the blind date with the book. And tie it. Oh my gosh, do I have you on camera? Yes. First like this. And I'm gonna, let's see, make sure. Yeah, I want it like this. And then one little knot. So that it stays. Okay, and then the bow. Like so. And then adjust your loops if you need to. And there, you have, oh, I forgot my marker. So then we have this all tied up nice and cute. And then the tag is small. Let me show you what I found in my stash. I have had these for a long, long time. These are the tags I'm using that I found. Here is some info if that helps you, Pop Baby. I'll try to find it and link them in this video description if I can. And then I don't even know. Again, I forgot to bring my ruler, so I don't have a ruler with me here. But again, they're not very big. They're like this. And then we're gonna tie this on after you write on it. So I wrote on mine, I forgot to bring my marker. Pick a card to choose your next read. That's all I put on there. And so, and it can go on either side. This side or this side. I'm just doing it this way. So you just string it through after you write on it. And tie it on here, just like we did with the blind date with the book. Just like that. So you have your bow and your little string and your tag, and then I have little book stickers like I showed you that I'm just going to, and these are so tiny, which way do they go? Okay, just going to clip with a little paper clip here. However you want to get it on there under the string. I'm really struggling this morning, sorry. Like that. Okay, so you have a book sticker and your tag and your TBR cards that the person can see, because I'm gonna package these in a clear bag like this. And what I found is I bought a couple different sizes, or I tried a couple different sizes, and I found that this size works the best. The B, can you see that? B 4x5, and they measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/8. And the reason why I didn't get the 3x4 size, or 3 1/8, whatever it was, is because they were a little bit too small for the bulk of your card deck. So for instance, when you're putting these in, this is how I'm going to package mine. So these have the flap with the removable adhesive strip here for closure. So I'm going to put the flap to the back. So when you load your card deck in, it's going to go like this. Now again, you don't have to package these up in a clear bag if you don't want to, but I'm going to bring these to my craft show and I'm going to put them in a little basket, I think. So as you can see, they're a little bit wide, but again, you need room for your tag and room for your bulk. And so it's just going to have to be like that. So get it in here however you think it's cute. And then you're just going to close it up. And I might do it this way. Like so. And then, because you can fold this so that it fits tighter. And then here's your little packaging for your TBR cards. Okay? That's it. So I need to, I need to obviously fix my tag, write on my tag. And you can, however you want to word these, pick a card or to choose your next read so that people know what they're actually looking at. And then when they flip it over, you can see, select your next book to read with the prompt. Okay? So, good luck with that in Canva. I mean, I'm really sorry that I can't show you how to do it, but practice, or if you have a different way and you don't want to use Canva, that's all it is a 3x4 card. And when you cut them out, oh, I forgot, I did use a corner punch, so I punched rounded all the corners on mine to make it look like a nice little deck of cards. So you can do that too. So please, if you have any questions, I feel like this video was all over the place, but if you have any questions, please ask me. I will do my best to answer anything that I can and, to help you if I can. So please ask, even if I say I don't know how to show you on YouTube. I mean, it's true, but I'll try. Here are the bags. I'll link the bags in the video description if you want to check those out too and use those. So that's it. TBR cards to go with your blind date with a book if you're selling them at craft shows. I just thought it was a nice little addition. And okay, I know I'm going to get this question too. What am I going to sell these for? I don't know. I've been thinking about this. So, you got to figure in your time, the time it takes to design your cards first and get everything in place, plus the paper that you're buying and the printer that you're using, and the time it takes to cut them out and round the corners and tie them up and put them in the packaging, plus the packaging if you're going to buy some. So, all that comes into play. And I know sometimes at craft shows, people, your customers, certain ones don't think about stuff like that and just say, oh, all it is a little bit of piece of paper. Yeah, well, it takes time to put these things together, doesn't it? So I think I'm sorry, if I remember right, these were $14.99 for a deck. And I think there's 30 cards in here. I don't remember, but the link is in my other video, and I'll share that too. So $14.99. I thought maybe between $10 and $12 for a TBR card pack. So I think that's what I'll try. Somewhere like that, closer to 12 maybe. So I don't know. Let me know what you think of that. And if you make these, let me know. Or if you try it out, let me know. I'd love to hear if you're trying things and what you're doing. And so you can post pictures of your projects on our Rustic Diva Design mini albums and tutorials Facebook group. So if you're doing any of these projects, please share with us, because I'd love to see what you're doing. So again, I'll link some stuff in the description. If you have questions, please let me know. I'll do my best to help you. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done that, I would love it if you would do that. I have more projects to share coming up. So I'm glad to have you here. I appreciate the support. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, thank you for watching.